Hello again everybody, I hope you're doing well and I've got a quite cool football shirt to show you today. But before I show you what's inside this parcel, I have this box to show you. And it's quite simply just sort of like a gimbal slash selfie stick thing. So when I've been out and about filming, so like for instance when I do the retro fairs or if I'm just filming out and about in the city, I have to hold my phone obviously with my hands like this. And it's kind of awkward holding it like that anyway, especially if you're doing it for sort of 20-30 minutes at a time. And also it's a little bit difficult to quite see what's going on, and if you're trying to get yourself, it's not the easiest of things to do. So for a while I've been wanting to get something that should make this a little bit easier. And I've bought myself what is quite a snazzy piece of kit, to be honest. It wasn't super cheap, there was a little bit of money invested, but hopefully it means that when I go out and about, I can do it with a little bit more professionalism, and hopefully it looks a little bit better. My intention is to go out and about most weekends and visit cities across the UK and search for some football shirts. The idea is just to run around charity shops, club stores, sports shops, and anywhere in between that may sell them, and just sort of experiment and see what's going on. And also whilst we're there, we can have a few shots of the places that we're at and maybe sort of look at, see what people are wearing as well. The idea is hopefully that maybe we can transition that into something where I can go on holiday somewhere and do the same thing and get some shirts, some clubs that are a little bit more difficult to find. So yeah, when I start releasing those videos, which could be anytime soon, the first few might be a little bit weird because I'm getting to use how to use this, because there's quite a lot of functions that are very very smart, but I don't quite fully know how to properly use them yet. So keep your eyes peeled for that sort of content coming in the next sort of few weeks, maybe month or so. But today we have what is in this parcel, and I've had this one in my office for a little bit. Some of you will have bought the same sort of shirt because it has come from a Classic Football Shirts weekly deals offering. So I suppose let's open it up and make sure it is the shirt that I purchased. And I'm quite excited by this one because quite an interesting prospect. So I haven't got that, so there is just showing you that it is of course Classic Football Shirts. Is there a trading card? Yes there is. Nope, there's two trading cards. And we have one that I need. So we have maybe two, I don't know. Roy Keane? Not sure if I have Roy Keane. I definitely don't have Jurgen Klinsmann though. He's a Spurs player there, but that's quite cool. So it's not often I get some new ones. But the actual shirt itself. There is the front of the shirt. Not too bad. Looking pretty good. Rear of the shirt, continuation of that design. Maybe some of you can recognise the shirt from the tags that are attached. Let's see how it is. Is there anything in here? Sort of. Nope, nothing else. Fine. Cool. Right here then. So that is the rear of the shirt. What we have there is a white background there and a wee sponsor at the bottom. And if we go around the front with the biggest tag you've ever seen. They like to do this in this country. Can we get the front of the shirt in? There we go. Probably can recognise it based on what the sponsor is, possibly the crest. But that is the shirt we have there. Not too bad, eh? Definitely is the one I ordered. Definitely is medium, and there's certainly tags attached. So I've got quite a few things to tell you about this one because there is a little bit that stands out for it. And then I'll tell you a little bit about the history of the club and anything else that I can find interesting on the internet. Okay then, that is the shirt there. It's definitely a Puma one with the style and design that has been utilised on this particular shirt. But who is the club and what particular season is it from? So yes, it is Melbourne City, of course, from Australia. And it's their away shirt from 2019-2020. Like I mentioned before, I did buy it from Classic Football Shirts. And what is special about this one? It's player issue. It's the authentic version. Now, what makes this authentic? According to Classic Football Shirts, they say transfer material club badge and Puma logo, Hyundai A-League patch to chest, slim fit design, more breathable fabric, and AU code to the tag. Well, I think looking at it, they're all pretty much present there. Definitely with regards to more breathable fabric. It's not quite similar to like Vapor or Dry Fit Advanced or the authentic Adidas and Nikes, but I suppose without seeing both of them next to each other, it's kind of difficult to compare. So like I mentioned, I bought it during one of their weekly deals things, which is where they grab sort of 10 or so items from their sort of storage and just sort of try and sell them at a cheaper price. They were selling for, I think it was £19.99. minus another 10% off, so it's about £17.99 is what I paid, which I think for any player issue shirt, especially for one that's come from the opposite side of the world, I think that's a great little purchase. I think they had all of the shirts on that particular weekly sales, the home, the away, and the third ones. You can still buy them all, and you can certainly buy this one, but just not in medium. But the price now is £29.99, so the price is obviously a little bit higher, but still for a player issue Australian shirt, I think that's pretty decent. With regards to the club, they were founded in 2009, so a relatively new club. They didn't start the Australian League in its current format because when they were sort of drawing up the plans for the teams, they were only going to allow one team from each city, and Melbourne Victory was the one that was allotted to that one. So they had to wait, I think, 5 seasons at the very least for new clubs could enter. So they founded in 2009 as Melbourne Heart. However, sort of they were rebranded in 2014, where as Melbourne City, when they joined the City Football Group. Of course, there are a number of teams in there. You've got Manchester City, New York City, Melbourne City, Yokohama F. Marinos, a smaller sort of stake there. You have Montevideo City Talk, Girona. You have Sichuan Jinhui, Mumbai City, Lommel SK, and ES To from France. So you've got quite a lot of teams there that have an association and an affiliation with the City Group. Of course, Manchester City being the primary one there. CFS have, like I mentioned, a lot of other shirts, not necessarily just from this season, but from seasons before that as well. When I decided I went for this one, purely because I didn't want to get the home shirt because it looks too much like a Manchester City shirt, similar to the same reason why I bought the New York City away shirt. Also, it looks quite cool because it looks just like a Manchester City shirt. They do have an away shirt which is red and white vertical stripes, which is technically what the club started off playing in as Melbourne Heart before they changed to blue. That change to blue was sort of fought by Sydney FC because they play sky blue themselves, and they were like, in a league that's only got a few teams, it's kind of crazy to have 2 sky blue teams. I think effectively they allowed it but changed it from sky blue to city blue or something else. It's still quite similar colours, so that's kind of the reason why I only went for this design. Plus, you know, I've wanted one of these Puma sort of weird, intricate, wavy designs before. You know, it's a proper template, very popular in Germany, I think, with the sort of Division 3 teams. So I just thought it might be interesting to grab one of those. So that was quite interesting. With regards to their history, well, of course, it's all kind of relatively recent. So in Australia, they have, like a lot of leagues, they have a regular season and then they have like a playoff version. So last season, the current season that's just finished, Melbourne City finished top of the regular season, but they lost in the sort of grand finals of the playoffs to Western United. Whereas the season before that, they won both of those things. So you can quite clearly see that probably the influence from the City Group and probably the influx of marketing and possibly fans, then that's clearly working out for them. So who knows what's going to happen next season? Probably going to find themselves towards the top of the list again. Of course, their natural rivals are Melbourne Victory, and I think also Classic Football Shirts may have some of them for sale. So if that's the case, maybe I could grab those and we can have both of the shirts together. But that's it really. It's just sort of a nice, cheap, simple way of getting player issue shirts. It's with regards to the shirt itself, everything's sort of transferred on, sort of screen printed on, even like the Puma logo. The only thing that isn't is this sort of crest here, which has sort of been heat transferred on, I guess. With regards to the shirt, there's not really anything that stands out. There's no sort of unique identifiers. It's kind of a bit plain other than this sort of wavy design going on there. But, you know, sometimes you just got to get the shirts there at a cheaper price. We can't all be spending 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds on a shirt each and every time. Anyway, that is kind of the end of this video. The next video is going to be the mystery box. Yes, I know it's not going to be quite June. We're going to hit July. But, you know, it's going to be a great one. I'm very sure you'll enjoy that one. As always, thank you guys for watching my videos, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.